Hi YouTube, it's Chanel. Today I will be cooking homemade home fries and crepes. So let's get started. First I shredded the potato and there's going to be a lot of moisture in it. So what you need to do is I individually ball it up and I scrunch out all the moisture, the water that comes out, and then you have this. Okay, now we're going to start with Aunt Jemima pancake mix for the crepes. And all that is just add water. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so I just added water and I'm giving this a little mix. Since you're making crepes, you would like the batter to be more so thinner than thicker. So add a little bit more water as needed.
Oh, this is going to be a good video.
You do not want your batter thick at all. You want it more so like a water consistency actually than thick. See, that's too thick. You want it much thinner than this. So add more water.
We're going to be...
Okay, so this is how we're going to do the batter. It's all done and ready for the griddle. If you don't have a griddle, you can use a regular pan. It's fine, but I just work with this better, so I'm going to use this. You can use oil or pan cooking spray to so your crepes don't stick to the pan. And I use a ladle because it just scoops it out and it puts it in.
The ladle.
If you don't have this, you can use whatever you have, pitcher, spoon, whatever, but I like to use this. Okay, you can stop it. Okay, now we have the crepe on the griddle, and we're going to just wait till it's cooked on one side. Usually you know when it's ready to flip when all the bubbles on the top pop. So that means it's ready to be flipped over. So we're just waiting for that right now. I need to get my spatula. Okay, just a little bit more time. Hi everyone. Okay, I finished the crepes and they look a lot like this. See, they're thinner, much thinner than a pancake. And basically all you do is you can take one, lay it flat like this, and you start with the whipped cream. This is new. Start with the whipped cream, and you can use any type of whipped cream you want. I used Ready Whip extra creamy, so it can just spray out, or you can use heavy cream, whatever you want to use. And I just spray it in the middle, and then it looks like this. Kind of like a caterpillar, right in the middle. And then I take my fruit. Basically, what I use is frozen fruit. I get the big bag for $10.99 at BJ's. And what's in this is it's a fruit mix. It's grapes, peaches, and strawberries. So I just take some of the fruit and I sprinkle it in. I roll the edges in.
And there's your crepe.
And there's your crepe. It's all done. And you can start, and you can put syrup on it, or you can just eat it like this. Me personally, I'll probably just eat it like this because I don't like too many sweet things, but that's it. Okay, on to the next thing. Hash browns made from home. Hi YouTube, we're back. I'm going to start now with the home fries. And basically how I'm going to make these home fries are going to be binded together like a cake. First, I took a potato and I sliced it, skinned it completely, and I shredded it. You can use a regular cheese grater, which is what I used, or if you have another method, you can do that as well. First, I pre-shredded these so they turned a little brown. It's kind of like a banana, you know, when you leave it out for a while. It changes color, but it's completely normal. I start with the pan. I put some Pam in there so they don't stick to the pan or burn. And I put 2 eggs. Depending on how much potatoes you have, you'll need to use 1 to 2 eggs just so you can bind them together. And so I take about maybe a palmful and I place it in my palm like that, and I just spread it together. If you want them to be bigger, you can do them a little bigger. I think I am going to do them bigger. And you just squish them together until it forms like a patty. And then you just place it in the pan. And then that's it. Hi YouTube. Okay, I'm back again with the finished product of my hash brown cakes. I just binded them together with an egg and then I fried them up in a pan. And that's it. Now we're going to get started on my eggs. And I know you're probably thinking eggs are just basic, everybody knows how to make them, but I make them a special way. Okay, let's get started with that. Hi YouTube. Okay, I'm going to get started on the eggs. So basically, I cracked 4 eggs into this bowl. And we're just going to give them a quick beat. Okay, in my pan I already waiting for it to heat with the oil in there. Alright, so we start with, I just use some regular salt and I just eyeball it. I don't usually measure. And then I use sour cream. The sour cream makes the eggs nice and fluffy, gives them a good texture. It gives them absolutely no flavor at all. You will never know that it's there unless I didn't tell you. And then to stretch your eggs, you use water opposed to milk, because milk, I found, makes the eggs a little bit more harder than usual than I would like. So that's it. And then just give them a quick stir so we get all of that incorporated in the bowl and all the egg. It's going to be slightly, the sour cream is going to curdle a little bit. It's going to form little balls, but that's okay. That's normal. It will even out once you put it in the pan. The heat will dissolve it. And that's it. Then you pour it in the pan and let it cook. Okay, this is how your eggs will be looking when when the cheese is completely melted. And this is how your plate will look when everything is completed. Okay. And there you go.